was added. The cost of construction was $200,000, and the funds were raised by the Herculean efforts of C.V. Wilson and the Alumni Association. The funds were raised in such a way so that no money had to be borrowed and no interest was paid. 4 years later, an arts and vocational instruction building was added. Much of the labor and material for this building was donated, and the total cost of the school to complete the building was about $9,000. In 1977, the former Emma Dahlfinger School building and campus, located at the corner of 25th and Montgomery Street, 1 block north of Portland Avenue Church of Christ, was purchased from the county school system for $25,000. This building was the oldest school building in Jefferson County, Kentucky, having been built in 1853. Renovations to the building and campus cost an additional $50,000 or more, not including an overwhelming number of hours of volunteered labor. These monies and volunteer contributions were largely orchestrated by the personal efforts of Brother Paul Adams. Once renovated, this property became home to the elementary school and became affectionately known as the North Campus. In the last few years, buildings next to the South Campus entrance were purchased and then removed to provide additional parking and accessibility. Today, Portland Christian has a science lab, 2 computer labs, an arts lab, 2 libraries, 2 music rooms, 2 indoor playground or sports facilities, 2 fully staffed kitchens, 2 cafeterias, a home economics room, a stage for presentations including dramas, plays, and concerts, as well as many other educational tools which are used to provide a first-rate Christian education. For over 60 years, until 1985, the school operated as a tuition-free institution even when the operational budget for the school was in excess of $250,000 per year. No other school among the Christian schools in the area can make such a claim. Today, approximately 40% of the school's operational funds come from free will offerings given by churches and individuals interested in Christian education. The 1997 to 1998 operational budget year exceeded $600,000. The total property of the school has an appraised insurance value of nearly $2 million. We celebrate God's good gift of resources for 75 years, resources which are a part of the definition of Portland Christian School.
Let's sing for joy to the Lord. Let us shout aloud to the rock of our salvation. Let us come before him with thanksgiving and extol him with music and with song. Sing
Christian education has been the primary focus of the school from the very first day. It continues to be the primary focus, and in that primary focus, God has blessed. Not only has the school been accredited for over 60 years, it has been a leader in the Christian school movement and a model for many schools to pattern. The school has been privileged to have been attended by many gifted students. A study was done in 1964, at which time more than 50% of the graduating students went on to higher education. A follow-up informal study done in the mid-1980s indicated that an even higher percentage of graduating students in recent years pursued higher education. Students from PCHS have received many scholastic awards, including but not limited to the Governor's Scholarship Award. Many graduates have received scholarship grants and awards from various universities and colleges in various fields of discipline. The school has fielded competitive extracurricular scholastic teams in the area of math, foreign language, and science. The classroom is not the only defining activity or event of Portland Christian School. One of Portland Christian's elder statesmen commented on the value of the junior-senior banquets, but his comments give insight into the value of many of the school's extracurricular activities. He said,
I think it's one of the high points of the whole year, the last year. I look forward to it because it's one of the ones that the faculty can be invited to when they really get to mingle and mix and to know the students better. It's different from being in a classroom where they're official standoffishness. Here they're on a social basis and they can sit together and mingle together.
What do you think about this year's topic?
Hollywood, I'll tell you, it was fantabulous. The only thing that worries me is it's going to be such a hard act to follow. Think of the poor people next year that have to try to fix it. Think of the mothers waiting up nights for their sons to come in. Think of the notes that are going to be written to Brother Mullins protesting too much of it. There has been some of that this year. But I think it's wonderful, and it just shows what the youngsters can do when you turn them loose. They've had mighty good guidance.
Among the activities and events which make Portland Christian the unique institution it is today are chapel services, white elephant sales, junior-senior banquets, alumni banquets, recreational extramural sports, senior trips, choral performances, chorus trips, math leagues, mission trips both domestically and abroad, spiritual emphasis and revival weeks, totem publications, broadcaster publications, drama presentations, bake sales, car washes, Christians in Action functions, student councils. Music has always been a part of the heritage of Portland Christian School. In fact, a cappella music has been a very special emphasis. Excelling choral performances as well as excellent individual performances have been the usual at this school. Students of all ages have been encouraged to be involved in the music programs. In fact, music was one of the first extracurricular activities of the school. Music and choral directors of the school have included Stanford Chambers, John Fulda, Dale Jorgensen, Willis Allen, Sarah Jean Browning, Eugene Schreiner, Patty Schreiner, Jim Embry, Alex Wilson, Anna B. Price, Alice Crowder, Bonnie Blansett, Crystal Crowder Harden, Linda Rake, and Phyllis Mullins. During its history, the PCHS Chorus has performed an opera, performed at the 1984 World's Fair in New Orleans, Louisiana, has annually performed several concerts, besides having been involved in several trips to perform choral presentations throughout the local area and in the southern United States. For many years, an annual spring concert was held at the Gottschalk Junior High School. More recently, it has been customary to see the chorus perform at an annual Thanksgiving Day worship service at Atherton High School. School publications have always been a part of Portland Christian. The first broadcaster was published in 1926 with J.L. Adams as editor. The first totem was published in 1928, and except for a few years, particularly during World War II, it has been published regularly since. The first organized sports team was the 1927 boys varsity basketball team. 40 years later, in 1967, the school joined the Kentucky High School Athletic Association. In 1971, it had its first winning season as a member of that association by winning a Christian school tournament in Illinois. In 1977, it advanced to the regional play of the state tournament for the first time. In 1983, it defeated DeSales High School for its first victory against a AAA school. Perhaps its most memorable varsity basketball victory came against Shawnee High School in 1993. Over the years, the school has fielded teams in girls volleyball, girls softball, boys baseball, co-ed tennis, boys cross country,